All right, we are back. How we doing today, man? We are back with a live video. This is an interesting session. It's Wednesday. I'm expecting some good price action. I'm expecting to get some wins, and I'm gonna go over why I'm expecting a really nice day and what my game plan is. I just tweeted this out. If you saw my Twitter, you'll already know this, but I'm looking for a continuation upwards. Wow, shocking! All-time highs. Your boy is looking for longs. You know, crazy, right? We haven't swept the data high yet. I'm not going to be able to get a trade to data highs because we're going to get it right off open. Watch this. We don't have our practice account anymore.
Order filled.
Oh, we can still trade it. So we're going to hit data highs right here off market open. And that's fine, right? That's just life. Let's just put our stop loss in here. But hopefully no other market is moving. Cool. Okay, I'm going to lock out this account because we're not trading this account today. All day. But why am I expecting a New York continuation? Well, we had London low, clearly manipulated Asia low inside a 4-hour fair value gap. Right now, I want to see this inverse the 4-hour gap, and then we'll really be going. But if you notice here, we have this SMT notated out. We have a bullish SMT as well. So this is so bullish. I don't think we revisit London low. I don't think we need to at this point. I think that we did the manipulation, and I want to see us run higher, and there we go. We'd run higher. So right there, $200. That would have been $200 a day. Simple as you like, right? Should do that all the time. These are my targets. I don't think I want to mainly trade to this area right here, this gap, this 30-minute gap right here is my main target for the day. I want to see this kind of roll back over here and get into this. But that's my idea for the day. I think it's going to be very simple. I don't think that we really do go lower. So here's my live session. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is what I want to see. And you know, I mean, again, we have done these live videos, and I've lost 3 of the days, and I've won one time. It was like a small win. So I'm coming back for some vengeance today with a big win. I'm gonna get a banger today. I'm gonna catch a banger. But that's data high. Again, you could have just went long off open. That would have been a free $200 day, and you would have only suffered drawdown of about 7 points. So if you got it on open, you could have made 10 points. Easy as it like. So we're dropping lower now. But yeah, so here we go, man. Hopefully we have a good day. I like these videos a lot. Because it's just, you know, it's fun to make these videos, especially when you win. I really, my whole game plan kind of surrounds not coming back down to this low. If we do, right, it doesn't matter. We can be wrong. But my whole game plan is kind of surrounding the fact that we don't, ideally. So I'm expecting this to become a market maker buy model. Do we have an SMT anywhere here? We don't really have an SMT down there. So I wouldn't mind seeing us put in some sort of SMT, but this is where I'm looking at, yep, a little bit of a bounce. This is where, like, right here, dude, I've kind of like long. Out of this 30-second. Right, I hope we don't get it right now because I'm not really prepared to take it, but this would be a solid play right here. Yeah, hopefully we keep pushing a little bit lower. Get a little juice swing. This is going to be a nice target later, right? Very simple target. Let me triple check news here on this other screen. Pretty sure we just had the CPI this morning, or PPI. So we don't have anything crazy the rest of the day. That's solid. ES is ripping. ES is absolutely ripping right here. Yes, it's ripping. All the targets are higher. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, not have to, but I think I'm going to take this maybe 3-minute if we get it, or 30-second, whichever one kind of comes first, because we are delivering well out of this 15-minute. I like this look here. I like this change of state delivery. I will like a really strong close here. One trade a day, man. I like it because it's helped me be really locked in, but it really stresses me out. One trade a day really stresses me out because, like, what do you mean I can't take another trade if this one remanipulates lower after I get in and then gives me the same move I'm looking for? That's scary to me. But we are about to get this 3-minute gap, which will be solid. So kind of do want to look to see this thing open up. That would be very nice. Maybe put some SMTs down here. And again, we can run lower. We can run lower. I mean, my idea was to not see this low again, but that's fine, right? Yes, starting to drop back down again. Just really curious how the first 15-minute close. I think I'm going to give it some time to see how this 15-minute close. We still got 10 minutes. We could put a nasty wick in, right? If we come all the way down here, but then we open the candle here, we come all the way down here and then close like this, right? If we put in a wick, this big of a wick, right, that will look very bullish. So really just paying attention here to how this this first 15-minute wants to behave. So nothing to worry about right now. Just see how this 15-minute candle behaves. And we did want to sweep out the low of, 8:30. So the 8:30 news, the pump, we take out the low. It's always good. Just keep cycling through the time frames, keep getting a grasp of where we're at. Hourly, we are rejecting hourly, so we could be bearish, right? We did, okay, I'm not gonna discredit the fact that we could be bearish. Why would that be? Well, we did sweep all-time highs. All-time highs sweep. We had some manipulation here. I don't know if we had an SMT here. Let's see hourly. Starting to climb back up. Anyways, look at ES though. ES is a lot more bullish. We've already ran this imbalance on the hourly, but we have no SMT. We have an SMT. No way, really. But yeah, point being, we could be bearish. Why? Because we have a sweep and we displace lower, but I just feel like the bullish narrative makes a lot more sense. Just watch this time frame here, cycling through. All right, I do like this 3-minute now. Looks pretty clear and obvious to me. This 30-second looks unbelievable. It's where I would like to just go in half size and then add to it if we get the confirmation. But then again, I take one trade a day, and if I get in here and it loses, like that just sucks. And this is why, okay, if I don't take one trade a day, I would be getting in here.
Order filled.
And this is unfortunate because this is such a good stop loss. This would be a fine take profit. You wouldn't even have to hold more. I could do this, and I could literally just take profit. But who knows? Might not even play out that way. But this is why I don't like one trade a day. Because, well, I guess it's going to protect me from a loss because I didn't take this trade and now it's going to lose. So I guess that's fine. I'll take it. But it is just one of those situations. Okay, that's cool. We didn't lose because of it. But this looked fantastic if the idea was to go higher. I guess I need to just wait for the first 15 minutes, see a very clear manipulation, and then really go for it. I think that's the game plan. We never got change of state delivery, so I guess that's something to note. No change of state delivery, no trade. Let's see if we got one on the. Yeah, no change of state delivery ever. So we could be getting the real entry right now. We have an SMT at these lows now. Do I love it? ES, where ES is at, ES is looking very sloppy, so I'm going to show you guys that. ES right here doesn't look like it's ready to go yet. Why? Because I feel like we do need to drop a little bit lower. At least run some sort of liquidity on ES. But we'll keep in mind. This would be the model. Change of state delivery. Technically SMT here, but I want to see ES run lower now. This is where I want to see ES run a little bit lower. At least get below these equal lows. I thought you could hold and see the price. Low of this candle, 93.25, 93.20. Okay, yeah, so I would want to see that, but this is it, man. This is what I would be looking for. Change of state delivery and inversion. So I didn't get that. Maybe on the next candle. And then I think I might go for this. See the risk on it. 33 points. We could always add to it. We could always get in and add to it. So right now we're still just building liquidity. I'd kind of hesitant to take it just because on the 1 minute it's a little bit sloppier, but this would be the change of state on the 1 minute. And then with 30-second inversion, I mean, it looks good. I could just wait for the 3 minute inverse and be a lot more safe, but yeah. If we get this change state delivery, I think we might go for it, man. That change state on 1 minute. Almost did. Let's see if it did on the 1 minute chart here. It didn't really, so I kind of want to see a little bit more convincing close above, and we're immediately dropping. I kind of would want to see it being a lot more quick, a lot more speed. I wouldn't want to see us just start slowing down here and then get this move down. But immediately, if we get a big close right here, it would need to close like making new highs. So immediately, I'd want to see this be the close now, and then I would be interested in taking this. But yeah, it'd have to be pretty quick. And if we go lower, again, my idea is that ES wants to come take these equal lows. These are perfect equal lows. I'd want to see this get taken first. Ideally, it doesn't have to happen, but could be holding it up. So again, 30-second, maybe that kind of shows the 30 seconds a little bit bait, because I would have taken 2 losses here on the 30-second. Boom, right here and then right here. So 30-second IFVG traders getting wrecked right now. ES has ran the lows. I'm not in a rush. I don't need to be in a rush to take a trade. Now I'm keep my eye here. This is the only other place I would see ES go to first. And now ES is making a very nice fair value gap to inverse. So now we have SMT at the lows with ES, but I don't really care. Again, just trying to give you guys my thoughts, right? I'm still bullish. I'm looking for bullish plays, but I need to see a lot of different things happen. And they all need to line up perfectly, and the discretion needs to be there. The 15-minute needs to start flipping here, otherwise this looks pretty bearish. And if we start getting a bearish draw, then, I'm not going to be against it. But I just don't know how, stoked I am to trade bearish sentiment. Because if we get down there, there's not really anything close. So I guess I'd have to start seeing us run lower and get really close to London low. But this is a pretty bearish open. But again, we've only moved down. Let me see the regular trading hours and see kind of where we're at here. So we had this gap that we filled, so I don't know. Yeah, game plan's getting a little bit tested here, but that's all right. Why? Because did we take a loss because of it? No, we had the wrong game plan so far, but we didn't take a loss yet, right? That's the beauty. You can be wrong about the direction off open, and you still don't have to lose. So, again, I think really any change of state delivery I want to be looking to take plays off of. Like here. That would be solid because that would be a pretty nice wick. Wick back up. Get us close to the macro. There's just no type of inversion here. I guess technically an inversion for value gap here. It's so small, though, that I need the change of state delivery. Otherwise, this doesn't really matter. But, yeah, just trying to give you guys my game plan, my thoughts, my read of the market, everything like that. ES is kind of in a better spot. It didn't really get all the way down here, but I don't think it has to. It finally swept out these lows, which is in the 5 minute. We swept out this 3 minute, so everything looks straight here. If we get that change of state delivery, I'd want to see this change of state delivery before the next 15 minute and maybe get in on the next 15-minute candle, because then we'd have a little wick protecting us here. We'd have a 38-point wick protecting. We do have this 5 minute gap now, so this would actually be my play, I think. It would be the 5 minute inversion. It's just kind of the most safe play. If we get that inverse, then we'll probably keep going higher. I can't really imagine us closing here on a 5 minute and not going to this high. I think I like that idea. It kind of keeps me calm. I don't have to worry about getting baited and whatnot. And right now we're just respecting bearish order flow. I do like the fact that we're just kind of generating a lot of liquidity. I'm gonna get rid of this now because I don't really care about that structure. But I do like that we're just generating a lot of liquidity here. And obviously we have some SMTs with this low, but that's just kind of irrelevant. This low here, neither of them swept this low. It doesn't really matter to me. I just like kind of the generation of liquidity here. So ideally, what would that mean? I would kind of want to see us. I don't know, because I don't really like these lows because there's no real PD arrays. There's literally nothing on the 15-minute here besides here. This is just consolidation. But that's why you could kind of expect some sort of reaction here, is because this is just a kind of a zone, just like a support and resistance zone. We kind of spend a lot of time here. So I don't really trade that, but I kind of get it, I kind of understand why people would look for that. So we're just slowly grinding down. Again, if we were really bearish and trying to get to these lows, I feel like we'd have a little bit more speed off open. We're kind of just it just feels like manipulation. So the 15-minute close is really bearish. I can't really ignore this 15-minute IFEG. I feel like I can't really ignore that. On the bullish side, ES is still kind of holding its own. Let's just see how the hourly closes, I guess. But yeah, I don't really want to just ignore the fact that we got that in that type of disrespect. Maybe the 30-minute still holds. That's kind of like where it'll tell us a lot. 4 hour starting to look really bearish here, flipping out of this gap. But again, we're still holding this gap, so we're kind of caught in between two minds here. One of the things I've been talking about is kind of just wanting to have a lot more patience with my trading. Just having a lot more patience and selection. Like, I don't need to take a trade. Obviously, I'm taking this live recording. I want to take a trade, but I don't need to take a trade. I don't need to get involved. I don't need to do anything, right? So I don't need to force anything today. I can just let the trade come to me. This 5-minute will be obvious if we get it, and it will have decent risk. Hopefully we can get in at a better spot, or see it give us a good stop loss. But yeah, I don't need to do anything really. I don't need to take a trade if it's not clear and obvious. If I'm not really confident in the draw and liquidity, like right now, I'm not super confident we go back lower, but I'm also not super confident we bounce from here. So I don't need to worry. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to be. You don't always have to be right. You don't always have to be predicting the market and know exactly where it's going to go, because you don't have to trade. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to take a position. So right now, I'm just kind of trying to see. This is where I'd want to see us bounce out of this 5-minute gap here. 8 o'clock low. Where's 8? Under 8:30 low. Let's see where midnight open was. Midnight open was right here. So we were below midnight open, below 8:30 open. This is where I'd want to see us get a reaction. This is a very solid area. SMT under these lows. We just have no sort of fair value gaps. The inverse. I guess it's just a small 1-minute one. But yeah, this is midnight low. It's 8:30 low. Below both of them with an SMT. I mean, pretty solid. ES could be ES looks nice for an inversion here. I don't think I would take this trade, but this is the nice gap to invert. ES, I wouldn't mind seeing ES grab this low and then moving up from there. Kind of just let it do its thing, man. Guess we can just sit on this time frame. And just wait for a flip. I don't think I'll be playing shorts. Yeah. I play the Wordle while I wait, man. Starting to get that flip. I guess we don't have to wait too long. Maybe, I'm going to lock back in here. What time is it? Macros. But yeah, macros about to cook. I'm going to not do Wordle. I don't really mind that we leave these lows. It kind of susses me out, but we're starting to make that push higher that I want to see. We're rejecting this gap still. This is, what time is this? This is first presented gap, believe it or not. I don't like it because of how small it is. It's literally 2 points, but I mean, look, we just souped that in that high, and we're dumping. So we're just generating more liquidity. That's really all it is. Until we get something light bulb in textbook, we don't have to take anything. And a little soup in that fair value gap, dropping lower. ES is starting to really drop here now. Not really, but we got down to this low. Okay, cool. So we ran everything I want to see. Now Now I'm really happy with the bullish idea. I'm really fine with seeing us run higher now. Will we? Maybe not. The 5 minute here, we've inversed this 5 minute, we have this gap. I guess the bearish trades are kind of smart. Just looking at this chart, I never could have came into the day super bearish, if I'm just being completely honest with y'all. So that's why we're kind of just behind or offsides right now, reading the market. Because, yeah, I just couldn't really imagine having a really bullish or really bearish bias. Like right here, opening here, being bearish is crazy. And then just being like, yeah, I'm going to short here. I don't see any short setup for me. I don't see any reason why I would have gone short. Let me think. I mean, yeah, we swiped out this high and immediately turned this, but that's never going to have me go short. I'm never getting in off this. Even though, I mean, dude, it is pretty solid. A little change state delivery off these highs, right off open, but again, that's just market open trading. You would just catch this move down to this gap, and then maybe this low, these lows. I'm sure if someone took this. This is where I get excited. Okay, this is where I'm starting to get excited. Why? Because I'm expecting this to get a flip and then change of state delivery, and then this is where I want to take my trade because we have an SMT with these lows right here. So that's where I'm starting to get excited. How big is this thing, man? Pause. Okay, we're just dumping though, so it doesn't really matter as much. Dude, how big is this? Okay. I don't like that we just left this low. But again, I do like this. Where's this low? Okay, yeah, we have a major SMT. We have a major SMT, and we're about to put in a 2 minute gap. I would want to see us run this low. But yeah, this would be a 5 minute gap that we could deliver out of. I want to see us run that low badly. And then this looks pretty solid for a reversal. I could be wrong, but this 3 minute and 2 minute and everything just looks super clean. Okay, change state delivery. Why? Because we have the move lower. We've delivered off open negative 100 points. Unless there's some news I don't know about that's bearish, but it doesn't seem like it because we didn't have much speed. All we did all morning was generate liquidity, right? All of this. So this immediately would be one of our final targets. We just generated liquidity on these time frames, and then I expect us to run back up higher towards New York's high of day. So we tagged that low. Perfect. So we have literally everything we need to see to want to see a move higher. But could we just continue selling off and go to these lows? Abso-freaking-lutely. But I don't want to see that whatsoever. Yeah, this looks... It doesn't look like manipulation per se, but I could see us delivering from here and not going back down to this low and just generating a low here, right? I ran these lows. So we have this 3 minute gap right here. So yeah, I'd want to see that. I want to see the 3 minute gap flip, and then probably the 2 minute as well. Probably wait for the 2 minute, but the 3 minute would be nice to see happen. Really just flip this area. 1 minute, same pretty much thing. Just flip that whole area. If we get this change of state delivery right here, this would look good. And I'd probably just take this with 3 cons. 3 cons, take 2 off at this high. and then leave a runner, maybe, I don't know, something like that. It's just about waiting. 10 o'clock reversal in play as well. I mean, shoot, man, we don't gotta be greedy. We don't gotta, we can be wrong. That's the thing. That's what I want you guys to realize. We can be completely wrong. It could just dump down to this low. We could have been completely wrong with the game plan. I'm almost like happier that you can be wrong. Like, this is what you want. You want to be able to be wrong and still not lose because you have things in place. You have systems in place that don't allow you to lose. And right now I have good systems in place that don't allow me to lose. Because I know exactly what I want to see. I know exactly what I need to see and get invalidated. And I can't, I can't take a trade. So if I'm wrong, I can't be wrong because it's, I'm not letting myself be wrong, if that makes any sense. But I forgot to say my prayer before the trading session, so I'll just say it right now. Thank you, God, for all your blessings and another day to keep going and following your plan. Help me and guide me to where you want me to end up. Amen. Right? There we go. We got our set of prayer. I like to say that every day. Kind of, I need to stand up because I have blood flow issues. I can't sit down for a long time. So getting that move up. And trading can just be this calm, man. You don't got to be nervous. You don't got to be so anxious. I'm always anxious, man. I'm always anxious and nervous when I trade because I always feel like I'm about to lose and this, that, the other, man. I always just second guess myself, everything. Trading can be so calm. So we have a 15-minute for value gap that's going to open up there. 3-minute gap we're starting to trade into. I'd want to see us continue to flip it. But let's see the 3-minute here on ES. 3-minute on ES looks great. Off market open on ES, we've dropped 16 points, which is about 0.25%. Nothing crazy. 2-minute gap looks even better on ES. Yeah, trading doesn't have to be as stressful as I make it. It can be calm. It can be well thought out, well planned out. And look, we've been wrong all morning, but we haven't lost yet. That's the thing. We haven't lost. And that's why when I used to be able to just take as many trades as I'd want, we used to get wrecked. Why? Because we would take the 30 second, oh, this looks great, I'm going to get in. No change state delivery, lost. Same thing here, no change state, lost. So I would have taken, I don't think I would have taken both of them, but I definitely would have lost maybe one of them. So the one trade's definitely helping us. Yeah, I really like the look of flipping out of this. Will that be the be-all, end-all? Probably not. I mean, we could just deliver higher to go lower. That's the equilibrium, right where that change of state would be. So now let's see where this, if this was the manipulation leg, if we go higher from here, lines up pretty well. But, I mean, again, what thing am I also keeping in mind here? Keeping in mind this. We could open this 15-minute gap. I don't know if we trade all the way up to it, but trade all the way up to it to then go higher. I mean, will I be expecting to see London low get taken? No, but we will have a pretty major SMT there. So we will have a major SMT at the London low. So I really don't even hate it. Hourly candle, this is super bearish. Don't need this. Yeah, hourly gap's looking pretty dang bearish. I can't lie. The 4 hours now completely flip bearish. It is about to inverse this bullish gap. But yeah, man, I guess we just wait for market open, or wait for 10 a.m. open. See what it wants to do. See what it's telling me, right? So literally it. That's trading. It's boring, but boring is safe, and safe is less stress, and less stress is better than more stress. So yeah, I still would like a flip out of this gap. But at this point, running this low wouldn't be the end of the world, because then we'd have a really big SMT, and we could look for some sort of reversal. Or we could just be trading down all day, and then we just don't get a trade. Either way, man. Either way, let me put my feet up so my blood flow doesn't cook me. Just cycling through the time frames. Like, this looks really bearish. I really can't hold you. It looks extremely bearish. But, and I guess if we really just don't get anything, I don't have to post this video, but like, still might regardless, dude. If I don't take a trade, I don't take a trade. I'll just post the video and you guys can see exactly why. The thought process, what my stipulations were. And this is the thing, dude. I haven't taken a no trade day in a little bit, honestly. When was my last no trade day? Wednesday last week? So, we don't need to trade every day. That's the thing. Like, I don't have to trade every single day. It sucks for YouTube, especially when my views are tanking. Gosh, dude, what is this? It sucks for YouTube, YouTube views, but do I want to be a trader or a YouTuber? Well, both, but I do want to make money trading. 10 a.m. reversal could come in and cook here. But yeah, it needs a pretty aggressive flip out of all this. And then this is a trade I'd be willing to die on, not die on really, but like, I'd be really willing to take an inversion play here, and then if it plays out, it plays out, We have all this low resistance liquidity. I mean, I like it. Go break even at this high, really. Shouldn't really come back lower if we go above this high, if we're gonna be right. But again, if we're completely wrong, we're not losing. That's the beauty. That is the beauty of this. We're not losing. Trust me. This we have change in state delivery. Boom, boom, boom. Change in state of delivery. CISD. 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 It's nuts. But if you guys saw my story on TikTok, I posted, I just need about, a few more people to use my code on Alpha Futures and Apex. Oh my gosh. I'll finish my point first. Alpha Futures, holy. We got a 0 plan. That thing looks disgusting. No activation fee. I might cop me some accounts, man. I can't even lie. I don't need to be spending $80, but I cannot even lie, bro. Oh my gosh, those things look killer. No activation fee, 1 day pass, $79 right now for 50K. That's nuts, dude. That's nuts. But yeah, I was kind of joking. I was saying on my story that if I can get just a few more people to use my code, I can get my dream truck to drive around in like a Sprinter van, kind of like a camper truck thing. But I was just joking. It's $690,000. It's probably not gonna happen. But I'll show you guys this thing. Let me find it. Let me find it, man. Here it is, the 2022 Ford Earth Roamer. This thing is sick. Let me copy this. Nothing's happening in the market. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 600K though. Yeah. So if you guys just run up my code, we can maybe afford this. But dude, this thing is so sick. Oh my gosh, bro, look at this thing, dude. Let me show you guys the inside, bro. Look at this, bro. Tell me it wouldn't go hard to trade. This door open, overlooking like a canyon. We could just cook up some stuff. Just this thing would go crazy. It's even got a TV, like a whole bed, bro. And I'm a small little guy, man. I don't even need that much space. Another TV here. This thing, I don't even know what that like. Bro, I mean, this should be all in. I can't even hold you. This should be all in like maybe like maybe like 200K. Like 600K is crazy. You could buy houses for 600K. I guess your house can't drive around like that, like an absolute unit, but that thing is sick, dude. So, you know, we just need to level up our trading a little bit, man. Follow our rules, and maybe we can get that thing. We're hesitating to go higher, dude. What is this? We have a 5-minute gap. That 5-minute gap inverting would be nice as well. Starting to just slow down below these lows, but not really too much. Again, we don't really see anything. What would I have been able to take for shorts here? I mean, if you're just taking shorts, you'd be playing off the order blocks and it'd be printing for you. I'm a perma bull. I'm a perma bull. Would I have taken this 5-minute inversion? Like, probably not, dude. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, this is not really something I'd be looking to trade. The 15-minute inverse was pretty clean. You'd be at break even right now and taking some profits, hopefully. But I don't know. I'm just so sold on this flip. I just can see it already. We're just gonna flip this and then run higher. It's gonna just be a buy model. And it's like, these are the losses I want to take. Is if we get this flip and we just roll over, cool. Because majority of the time we get this flip and we run higher. So I'd be perfectly fine taking an L here if we get this. But again, we literally could just, quite frankly, run lower and then get a trade off this, and we'll have an SMT down here. So we have a long session left. We have a lot of time left this next hour. 10 a.m. manipulation, man. We could just have a 10 a.m. reversal. But, like, I guess that on the daily's just so cooked, bro. This looks pretty bearish. This daily close, I cannot hold you. Looks very bearish. Like, came up all the way down, closed here. We've opened. Like, we have a clear, like, this is a very strong resistance point right here. Very clear, strong. 4 hours starting to look pretty dang bearish. But we haven't retraced a 5-minute gap once. I mean, I guess we didn't. We did not. Did we? We haven't. We haven't retraced a 5-minute gap once, so I can't even really be that bearish. Or I can't even really look for a bearish entry. Do you want to see what happens at London low? So far away on ES. And we're respecting bearish PD raise, right? The 3 minutes been holding really strong. So, but this is where, like, we can still see this happen. Still have the S&T. We can still see an inversion right here on the 30-second, but we already know what's been happening on the 30-second recently today. It's been getting cooked. So this would now be like the little change in state delivery right here with an inversion. This could be a little, but it's like, is it too zoomed in when we have this low right here? I don't know. But we don't always, like, that's the thing. We don't always have to sweep liquidity though. Like, we can put in a low here and then just react, because this is clearly an area we rejected earlier. So you don't always have to run liquidity like that. Do our SMT from like here now. Okay, cool. This is kind of what I want to see here. I'd want to see ES and NQ really get strong pushes here, and then potentially get something here. This is like where I'd want to go in half size, or even like 1 micro. This is why I just wish I was allowed to take more than 1 trade a day. Because I could just take 1 trade here, stab in, and then if it wants to come back down lower, I can get another try, then we lose, and then we're done for the day. But I've proven that I'm not responsible enough for that. So but like, okay, so this would be a nice entry. I'm gonna do it on paper. Let's go half size like we would. Okay, we'd go in on paper
Order
half size,
filled.
and then that's not on our express. Okay, we'd go in half size, stop at the low, and who knows where the target would be. And then we'd add when we get this change in state, and we'd add another one when we get up here. So Ah, dude, do I like this enough to just take it? Inversion. Let's see the change in state delivery, and then let's see how close we are to the break-even point. This would be the break-even point. 27 points. 15 points. It's manipulation leg. We just target 50% of this range, dude. I like this, bro. I like this too much. I like this too much. I think I'm going to take it. Okay, now I have to wait. Now I have to wait for this 2-minute inverse. With a 3-minute. Dang it, dude. I'm such a bot. I'm such a bot, dude. This is going to annoy me if I lose because I could have just taken this. Could have just taken that and I'd be up 28 points already. I could have scaled 2 off, been up $100 on the day, break even, just let the trade play out. But we could just very well soup this high, which I do want to be careful of. We have everything now, dude. Like, but this now I have to wait for this to break. And then if this breaks, then we go for this. Then we go break even. There. Like, if we got in here, we could have just scaled the entire position off right here. And just been happy with that. What would that have been? Like 150 on 3 micros. I mean, that's not really crazy. But it's still been a nice little chunk. And that's like just a very clear and obvious play. We have these highs here. You can just, this is just such a high conviction play, dude. Oh well. It will. And we still could get it. Like, I believe in a move higher. I really do. So we have a change of state delivery. We have a fair value gap. I want to see how we kind of respect this area. We could target higher. We really could. I now need to see this fair value gap get inversed. Get rid of this. So like this is a 3-minute gap that we inverse, but that has a little bit of time left. The 5-minute can inverse. Yeah, there's a lot of juicy stuff that we got to happen here. The break evens, the 15-minute gap. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. I'm willing to take a trade on this. 3 micros, kind of just a loose stop. Get in around here. Really should just leave that gap and then take one off there and just do its thing. Could just get in with one right here. And then, but it's just so, I don't know. I just should have got in at the low. I should have got in here when I saw this conviction. And we'd be good right now. We'd be good to go. But now we got to wait for the suboptimal entry that we've always been taking this whole time. See, when this gap flips, this gap will flip. 5 minutes still getting respected, so definitely don't need to just jump in. But this just thing that looks so good, bro. I don't mind a retap, but I would want to just see this just go. But this would become a really nice order block. It's become a really nice order. So if we do get down here, it kind of helps minimize the stop loss a little bit. So yeah, if we flip out of this, still looks solid. If we start running lower though, like this 2-minute inversion down could be a play. And maybe I just don't fight the trend. Yo, low key, audible. Low key, I cannot lie, bro. Dude, I can't lie. This is why I wish I could take more than one trade, because it's like, do I want to go against my overall bias just because this looks good? We have a lot here. We have a 5-minute. This is very bearish. I like this, dude. Am I willing to lose on this position? That's really the question. It's my break-even point. I think this is solid. Ah, dude. This is where I'm so bad, dude. That's the entry. See if we get a tap of this 1-minute gap. Maybe we just send it if it hits this, if it inverts that low. I just don't want to inverse myself on my actual idea. I just feel like we have a lot more reason to go higher here. We have this inversion. I don't have to take this short. That's the thing. That's why I always gotta tell myself, dude, I don't have to take this short. I literally don't have to take this short. If we get this though. Yeah, we're not gonna get that 1-minute close, dude. This looks so good. I'm so good at calling out stuff, but I'm just never good at actually entering. It's so sad. It's like we could just let this thing go though, because even if we do get this, it's like it'll probably just be a break-even stop loss. And then the question is like, do I want to take this inversion? It's like, I'm just caught between two minds. This looks really good. This looks like a little bottom, come up, retest, and then, yeah, fake out to the downside, fake a breakout, and then get you this move higher. Yeah. Trading's hard, dude. Look at this. I'm literally just, like, you can be caught. You can get manipulated so easy. And we still go down. Like, I could still be getting manipulated here. Like, this is crazy work. I think I'm going to wait for this 1-minute gap. If this 1-minute gap breaks above, I think I'm pretty confident in that. Then we have this. We go whatever. Yeah, this looks so solid, dude. What I might do here is if we get above this, I'm going to add, like, get in 2. I'm just going to get in, like, 1 and then add 2 more if we get above here. But it's not a convincing close. If we get this order block, I'll add 1. If we get a close above this, I'll add another 1. Or add 2. So, yes, starting to rip. I want to see ES get above these 2-minute. All right. Come on, man. We get a close above here, I'll just get in full size. and just hope it inverses. It's like I kind of want to just get in one right now, though. One right now. Like one right here. Oh my gosh, dude. I just want to get in one right there. Like one there. But that's the thing. Is like if I get in with one, I get stopped out for, you know, $50. Like why would the day have to be done, dude? I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait and hammer the trade when we get above this and go break even here and scale out here and here. 1, 2. So we'd get probably like this. We'd get 30, 40, and then hopefully a 75 or, well, we just go to market open. That'd be full take profit. This looks so good, bro. Oh my gosh. Five-minute had a solid close. I can just be patient though. I can just be patient and wait for this 3-minute gap to break. Like we don't have to get in the market. We don't have to get in. We can wait for everything to be in alignment. That's the beauty. That's the beauty. We can literally wait for this, and then it's like if we lose, we lose. But if we lose now, it's like, dang, we got an early. Like we were still rejecting gaps. That's a really nice reaction to the IFEG. Come on, man. I just want to trade so bad. I just want to trade so stinking bad. Oh, this looks so good, though. That reaction alone, I should just get in, too. I'm going to get into
filled.
there and add to this. Hopefully that's not a soup. I'm going to be so mad at myself if that's a soup. We're going to add one more. It's going to be a soup, isn't it? We don't even have to risk that much. We could risk this, but I'm not going to do that yet. I just want to close above here so I can feel happy about my entry. Risking 163. We're chilling. We're actually chilling. God's got it now. Three-minute IFBG will be solid. And then I can be happy with this trade. Three-minute did not inverse. That's actually kind of sad. That's a bearish close. We're still chilling, though. We're still chilling. Could have just waited on the entry. Do I just close this and get back in if we get the entry? Nah, I can't do that. I can't close the trade. I either lose or win. I have a really good feeling about this trade, though. It just looks great. Once we inverse this 1 minute, it's off to the races, dude. It's actually not even funny. So nervous, though. New 5 minute just opened. It looks so good, but I'm just so nervous. I don't like that we're stalling around here, though. That's the only thing that scares me a lot. Like, sweeping that high is so scary. Oh, we're cooked. We're beyond cooked. Oh, dude, I can't take another trade today, though. If I get stopped out, I can't take another one. I just can't. I can't break my rules. I have to be disciplined. I'm going to want to so bad because this is going to suck. I don't want to be back down to -5, like $600. I don't want to be -600, but I'm going to be back there, and it's fine. I can't take another trade, though. I can't. I can't. I have to make the decision now before the trade stops out. I can't. I can't take another trade. I have to just accept it. I can't close this early and try and re-enter. I have to just follow my plan because that's the only thing that's going to get me where I want to be. If we lose today, fine. We learn from it. I'm not going to. I can't. I want to so bad because I'm saying this expecting to get stopped out, and I'm like going to want to re-enter something and make it back, but I just can't. Just let it do its thing. How much is the stop loss on this low, though? Okay, we don't need to lose that much, though. But let's just run it. Accept the loss, man. I just got to accept the loss. And if we lose, we come back tomorrow. See if I can do a Sudoku puzzle without losing my mind and not watching the trade. I'm not going to add to this trade anymore. So, dude, I like can't look away from the screen. It's so bad. It's so bad that I can't just look away. I'm gonna try and do the Sudoku puzzle. I literally just can't look away from the screen. I'm a nervous wreck. Because like this is such an important area to see us blast through. And it's like, what am I gonna do, right? I can't control the market, so what does it matter if I watch the trade? But it's like a train wreck, dude. You can't take your eyes off of it. And I just want to see good confirmation to give me some like hope and joy and the endorphins, kind of the rush. Like, okay, we're good. But we're not getting that yet. And then immediate, like any down candle just like scares me to death. I'm just watching the P&L fluctuate, dude. This is so difficult to do. But this is how you get better. You just stick to it and you just say, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's out of my control now. That's what I have to learn. I have to learn that some things are out of my control. This trade's out of my control now. And that's fine. That's literally trading. That's what I have to get good at, is realizing this is out of my control. I can't do nothing about it. I can't make the candles go up. I can't make them go down. So you have to submit to the randomness of trading. You use your analysis, you use your pattern recognition, you use everything you can know, and you try and do your best. But you can't do small things like I would do, which would close the trade early, try and get back in, try and do this, try and force things. No, you can't do that. See, I'm getting excited about this close, but it could just easily wick down and then immediately scare me. So look, I was getting excited about that close, and now it scared me. It's where I want to see it start running, but I can't control the candles, and I have to accept that. But what can I not do? I can't just close the trade right here just because I'm scared, just because I want to make 11 bucks on the day. I need to see strong momentum come through this high. This is where I am going to go break even. It shouldn't come back down here. This will be a brutal edge. Brutal. Brutal, dude. No chance. No chance, dude. No chance, bro. This is so annoying. I just want some partial. Brutal edge. Brutal edge. Why we gotta be so rude, man? Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too? This is insanity. Taking this. I'm taking that. Wow, this is so stupid. No way, bro. We're about to get stopped at nothing. So frustrating. Please, miracle, miracle, miracle.
Order filled.
Gosh dang it, bro. And we lost on the day. I just want to end my life, bro. So stupid, dude. Oh, all I needed was this to just feel happy. Even though it would have been 50. Like, it would have been $50 though. Like, come on, that's sick. Like, that's at least something back. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, I can't wait to watch this MF run, bro. It's going to just run immediately. It's going to immediately run back up to the targets, dude. Oh my gosh, bro. But I don't care. It is what it is. I'm fine with the break-even stop there. Why? Because we should literally never edge that high. Let's see if NQ took it. It didn't. We should never edge that high. I don't care. I'm going break-even every single time there. I'm happy with my decision. I'm happy with that. It's going to run immediately back up there. Like, if we had our stop, like, if we left our stopping place, it would be down here. So let's just see if we would gotten touched for trying to keep our hold. I'm going break even every time there. That's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous to not be able to get something from that trade. Hit equilibrium with move, and we just really had resistance out of this gap. This 1 minute gap, the first presented dude just doing its job like crazy. It's just so annoying, bro. That's crazy work, bro. No way. I should have just left my limit order right at that fair value gap, because that's where we had a lot of rejection. Dude, that's so unfortunate. That would have been at least take a partial, bro. Get some drawdown back. Now have just a nothing day, dude. Like, this is just a nothing day. No profits, nothing. All we should have done is gotten in the move here. But, like, I would sit here and do a review for you guys, but just go back and watch the video and listen to everything I was saying. Like, I reviewed everything I wanted to see. Exactly how I wanted to see it. And I could have just got in here. I've been a little more solid. We've been stopped at break even regardless. If we got in here. I just wanted to see us kind of get above here more. I wanted to see us invalidate this move lower. This is a nice trade. It just stopped us for nothing. This would have been the ideal trade. I would have been so close to the take profit. But it's going to get up there. I mean, it's going to get up there. It just did that to stop us out of break even. That's literally all it is. Stop out the people that are at break even like me and then run higher. That's it. Let's just see if it gets up here. It's just literally so annoying, dude. But again, it's kind of like yesterday. I kind of get a cooked entry and oh well. What was I happy about though? I was happy that when this started running against me, I started feeling emotional. Everything was running through my mind like, oh my gosh, if we lose here, let me just short to London low. If we lose here, let me just try and make it back. If we lose here, like all these things about if we were to lose this trade started racing through my mind. They're all bad. They were all negative. They were all revenge trading. They were all just bad habits. They were literally all bad habits. And I was just like in my head thinking, if this does happen, because we could lose this trade, it could roll over and we could just soup these highs and roll over. If that happens, I have to just step away. I literally have to. So, I'm happy with that because I literally mentally committed to the fact that I was like, okay, I'm not going to I'm not going to allow myself to spiral. Because that's how it happens. You get a trigger. I'm so used to having this habit of, we get this move lower and we get stopped out immediately and we lose the trade and there's never in profit and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm immediately like, cool, I need to make this back. I have to make this back today. I have to make money. instead of just sitting on the $100 loss, $200 loss, I would sit there and just overtrade, and then lose more. And when this trade started losing, I was pretty frustrated. I was pretty frustrated because I could have got in a lot earlier. And I guess if I did get in here, we would have been break even. So we would have partialed here. I guess we would have actually been pretty break even. I mean, maybe we could have saved a partial to like right here. But that's like, you know, kind of cherry picked. 31 points. I mean, that's solid. But yeah, I guess I would have been break even on that too. Pretty choppy move up. I do expect us to go to these highs now. But like, again, I recognize, okay, as soon as I started feeling this, I was like, okay, I don't like the way my mind's reacting. My mind was reacting in such a negative manner. It was reacting in, okay, we have an SMT here. Right here with these lows. ES swept that low, NQ didn't. That's pretty solid. In my head, I immediately went negative. Like, I'm going to revenge trade. I'm going to make this back if I lose. And then I had to catch myself on this candle when it wasn't looking good. I had to catch myself here when I was expecting to lose. And I had to tell myself, look. And look at this trade playing out. I had to tell myself when this was happening, right? I had to say, look. If this doesn't play out, because it might not play out, I cannot keep trading. I have to follow my plan. So I'm happy because, I mean, you guys obviously don't know because we didn't lose, so we don't know if what I would have done. But mentally, I told myself, look, I am not going to fold. I'm not going to do anything dumb. I'm not going to revenge trade. Right? So this inversion's holding pretty nicely. 2-minute inverted. 3-minute inverted. The 5 minutes inverted. Kind of surprised with this chop, to be honest. But yeah, I'm super, super happy with the fact that I said, look, I'm not going to do anything dumb. And this would be a break-even trade now. I was like, look, I'm not doing anything dumb. I'm not going to allow myself to mess up like that because there's no need. There's no need for me to allow myself to do that. So I'm really happy with that because that's big improvement. If I would have lost, I couldn't have allowed myself to do that. I could not have allowed myself to fall into those same habits, the same routine, really. And, okay, it doesn't make sense, right? Why are we dumping? We actually are in this 30-minute gap here. So I guess it kind of, we were playing with fire the entire time. We almost hit CE, but I still would have expected this 15-minute gap. It's pretty shocking to me that we didn't get up there. But look, the break even saved us, man. I mean, yeah, we could probably still bounce from here, but unless I wanted to leave my stop down here or down here. But if we get above here, I think it's good to go again. But that's the day, man. What can you do about it? You're going to have days like this. But again, what's the good thing? We didn't lose. we straight up just didn't lose. We saw a good trade again, and we were right again. We're being right way more often. This is a day, a real break-even day. Some days we closed the trade early and shouldn't have. This would have been a small winning day if it would have just gone up another point. But who knows? At this point, if it comes up here, it probably runs higher the rest of the session. But solid day, man. It is just annoying to not make profit because, you know, everyone wants to make profit. But no matter where we would have got in, we probably wouldn't stopped at break even. Like, even on this candle, if we got in on this inversion, probably would have just got stopped at break even. So this was just an edge of doom. It is what it is. Bro. And I wouldn't even be that upset if it wasn't just the fact that, like, I don't know, I just want to get this away. And we would have been in the 300s. We would have cracked the 300s if we didn't get break even today. And that would be cool, right? It's really just a mental game. It doesn't really matter. Kind of wish we just didn't trade today at this point because then it'd be nice to be like, okay, we don't trade every single day, but, you know, we've been trading every single session. I feel like this trade, what happened on this day? We went 2 micros. We gone 2 micros like every day? No, we went 4 micros yesterday. 2 micros. How long was this position? Duration, 20 seconds? No chance it was 20 seconds. No, it was 20 minutes. And that trade we closed for break even when we shouldn't have, so that's an L. But that's trade, man. That was my trading day. I hope you guys, you know. Let's kind of review, though, real quick. Let's get rid of all this BS here. Let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of this one. It's the main one. Let's get rid of this. Cool. So let's just kind of review real quick. Why was I bullish here? Well, we had this reversal. We came up. You guys saw it live time when we started flipping over. I was like, did we go short here? Glad I didn't. We hold the BPR, right, the support level. And then we hold this. I didn't expect London low to get swept today. We inverse this gap, and we get a close above here. So I expect this to hold and then deliver higher. So we get that. We drop down lower to the inversion again. We hold, we pump up, and we don't hit the high. So there's nothing really you can do about it. That was the idea there. And we also had a major SMT here with this low right here, and ES and NQ, SMT. I wanted to see us rebalance the 15-minute gap, and we didn't. So we read the market well. The only thing I'd say is the higher time frame does look still bearish, and we started flipping aggressively out of here. But I don't know. I kind of was sold on the London manipulating Asia low, and then New York distribution. So we're not really getting that distribution, but we're kind of in a big range. And just the internal model looked good at the time. This looked good. This inversion, this gap. I really wanted to see this flip, which why I kind of hesitated on this entry. Didn't really get the greatest thing. But when I saw this candle print down and close up here, I'm like, this looks so good. Yeah. And we didn't make any profit. So that's the trading day. Not going to keep you guys any longer. And yeah, again, if you guys made it to the end, dude, Alpha Futures is running an absolute gem of a deal. Zero fee. The zero accounts, dude, you pay $79 with code Diego. Gets you 20% off. And the whole rest of the month of July. There is 1 day pass. You can literally pass the account 1 day. And you don't have to pay an activation fee. So that means that for getting funded, you pay $79. On Top Step, you pay $50 for 50K, and then you pay a $150 activation fee. The activation fee is basically 2 chances at the zero activation fee. So you're paying $200. You can basically get 3 accounts for the same price as 1 XFA account on Top Step. That's pretty insane. That's an insane deal. Read into all the rules. There's some different rules with like the amount you can withdraw, the consistent, like all the different rules like that. Look into it, but there's 1 day pass and it's $79. So that's pretty insane if you ask me. So definitely go ahead and cop one of those with code Diego. Apex not running sales right now, but you can obviously use my code, and it helps your boy out. So I really do appreciate you guys watching, subscribing, doing everything. How did you guys trade today? It's kind of a weird session for me. I'm just a perma bull, so it's very hard for me to take shorts. And when the market's chopping like this, there's no clean short for me here. So I really couldn't get involved in anything here. This is my playground right here, these longs. And it just didn't really play out the way I would love to. That was brutal, dude. I really thought this candle was gonna see it. And then I was like, okay, cool, we didn't get it here, but this next candle is gonna get up there, and we just didn't, bro. What the heck? That's so frustrating, to be honest with y'all. That is so frustrating, but it literally doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. We'll be back Thursday, and then we continue with the week. So this week's been really small. That's what she said. This week's been really small. We've done, we did nothing, $57 this week, but this month is creeping along. This has been sick. We've been at $500 this month. If we even hit the first partial. But we're doing our thing. We're doing our thing, man. We still only have 1-2 losing days. And I recognized an emotion. I was like, cool, I really am emotional if we lose here. I literally just have to step away and not care. So let's watch this take profit get hit now. I guess we just need to generate more liquidity, as if we didn't generate all the liquidity we needed earlier, and just stop out some traders. ES wanted to do his thing with an SMT. It makes sense, dude. It's beautiful to watch this price action. It's not beautiful when you're trading it. But this is a work of art right here. This is a work of art. Let's see. Like right here, do we have an SMT here? We have an SMT with this low. We have an SMT with these lows. We have an SMT here. Like, this SMT is everywhere. I'll be kind of shocked if we don't just run up in this next like candle. I kind of want to wait for this to hit before we end the video. But it shows you guys, like, I took some snipes. Obviously, the practice, we took a loss in the practice for taking a 30-second inversion. But all the ones that I would actually taken, like I said, look, I would take this trade. And that kind of shows you, though, if you get a really good entry, don't be afraid to go, like, why do you have to go break even? Like, just wait for this to play out, wait for this, and then when this moves up again, when you make a new high, then you can go break even, because we shouldn't revisit this low. This is the first low, so it's like, cool, when I get in the trade, if we don't hit our target, right, why do I need to go break even? We were risking 81 bucks. So why would I need to get break even? Oh, we hit these highs. Cool. We don't have to go break even yet because this is the only low. This is the only low in the market. There's no lows here. And then when we get this, we put in the low here. I still don't know what's going to happen. We could run lower. But then when we put in a new high, then that's when you can go break even. I think that's what I need to like. That's where my trading needs to evolve to. Is like it needs to just evolve to being able to, not just get so antsy, man. I get so antsy. I can't look away from the trade. I need to be break even. Like I'm just too antsy in the trades. Like you got like again, I really do like you guys give me so much hate. Some of you guys, but like I really do think my analysis of the market is very good. Like I was calling out great plays here today all day. Patience, play. Why I didn't like the 30 seconds. Why I didn't like this 2-minute short. Right. I was giving y'all some great plays, some great game. Like I have a great analysis of the market. I stand by that. I don't care what anyone tells me. I stand by the fact that I can read the market well. So it's it's just about putting it all together, man. And just being less nervous, and that comes with experience. The more you experience, everyone's first time, when they do anything, they're gonna be nervous. If you're playing a sport for the first, if you're surfing some bigger waves than you're used to, you're gonna be a little nervous. Like it's just part of life. That's just how it goes. But then you slowly get experience in the bigger waves, and now you're not as scared. And then same thing with trading. You just slowly experience trades playing out. You're not as scared, and it just happens, man. Sometimes some people will do it quicker than others. Taking me a long time to get comfortable, but that's life. That's how it goes. I would be so shocked if we edge this again. Low key, I hope we just do edge it just so I can feel good about like. Nah, I don't care. I want this to go higher. ES has an SMT at these highs though. I doubt that really matters, but because ES hasn't grabbed the 15-minute gap either yet. We were rejecting a 15-minute from ES too, so that could have been like part of the reason we kind of dumped there.
Order filled.
So that's take profit 1. Kind of scared me, dude. I was looking over here. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and make you guys watch the rest of this trade, but yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys like and subscribe. Let me know how you guys did today, because today was definitely a decent day, but we made nothing. So see you guys in the next one. Peace out, man.